I have been trying to solve the problem of ISIS. Don't worry, not the porn star, the terrorist. Any members of ISIS here? No. I was thinking, why would you join ISIS? I was trying to work out why you join them. I think the people that join ISIS feel like there's a lack of love in their lives. I don't think you can join ISIS if you feel loved. And I was thinking, where is there an abundance of love? And I realised it's Grindr. So I've signed up to Grindr, posting as an ISIS militant. Go with me. If you don't know what it is, it's a gay dating app. That's what it is. Oh, bloody hell, you know about it, don't you? It's not dating, really, either. It's just a fuckfest, really. But first conversation was with Craig. He said, "Lol, are you ISIS?" I said, "Yes, death to the West." He said, "OMG, I know a drag act called Alexandra Burke. You'd love her." Alexandra Burke? I'd go and see that. But I was in character as an ISIS militant, so it doesn't sound very good. He said, "Yeah, to be fair, it is shit." Wanna meet? So success, somebody willing to love someone from ISIS. Next one was James. I was pleased with this. James put, "Wanna blow?" I said, "What building?" He said, "Okay." "Tell me more about yourself." I said, "I serve the Islamic State." He said, "I serve in Wagamamas." And then I didn't reply for a bit because I was a bit busy. So then he sent me another message. He said, "Tell me, if you could do anything, what would you want to do to me?" So I said, "I would destroy you and your civilization." He said, "That's hot." "Where shall we meet?" I said, "In hell." He said, "Is that a nightclub?" It probably is somewhere. Final one. Oh, Barry, bless Barry. He put ASL, which means age, sex, location, if you're not familiar. I said, 18, male, Syria. He said, "Syria, question mark?" I said, "Yes, I'm serious." He said, "Ha, I'm in Milton Keynes." I said, "Milton Keynes is full of whores, we're all going to hell." He put, "OMG, tell me about it." Gays are so funny, so funny. Ongoing project, that one, ongoing. I did have to be weird with someone in real life recently. I went on a stag do. Oh, right. I'm trying to get that right. I think it's all in the neck. Fucking what? Like, that's his close, isn't it? It's amazing how close to vomiting that is. Is it there? That's it, close. This is a front for insecurity. I've got it. Struggle to connect with my father. I've got it. I have been working on something for the last 4 years, and it's my favourite thing I've done with my entire life. And I did it entirely in secret, couldn't tell anyone about it, but now it's done, and you're here, and I can tell you. And it started with this badge that was sent to me by the comedian Josie Long, who's so brilliant, she's one of my favourites. And she runs, yes, she's so wonderful, I recommend her. And she runs a charity called Arts Emergency, which helps people get into the arts that might not otherwise have access. And this is a promotional badge for that charity, which reads, "Sometimes, if you want something to exist, you have to make it yourself." And I thought that was such a beautiful sentiment. And I immediately got to work on a life-size model of Zac Efron. Don't get me wrong, I love fucking pussy, but Zac Efron is Mummy's absolute favourite. But I love this sentiment. I was like, what do I want to exist that doesn't already? And I live in an area of Birmingham called King's Heath. Are there people in from King's Heath? Anyone in? Oh, if you don't know Birmingham, it's South Birmingham, and it's a nice area, and I live in a mid-terrace house, and it's got like a thin garden, and it was really overgrown, and I was like, I'd love a nice garden, and I became obsessed with gardening. I've got all the gadgetry. I've got a hot bin, which is a compost bin, which is insulated, so you get compost out much quicker. First time I emptied it, I was just so amazed at how completely unfuckable I've become. One of my neighbours is a teacher, and she said, someone at work said, "What's it like living next to Joe Lycett?" And she said, "It's like living next to an elderly woman." It's so accurate. I'm in the garden the whole time. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I love my gardening. I'm always posting about it. And it's always sort of needlessly offensive posts, just this sort of thing. I just call them all slags, big-titted slags. This is a squash, looks like an upside-down chode with a baggy foreskin. I know what that looks like because I've met your dad. Just needlessly offensive posts. And as a result of these posts, I was asked to do an interview with Gardener's World magazine. The the most gentle Middle England publication you could ever hope to find. And I did this lovely interview with them, and they said afterwards, they said, oh, we need a high-resolution picture of you in the garden for the magazine. And I said, well, I don't have one. And they said, can you get one? I was like, it's lockdown, I live on my own. But I got this camera, and I set it up on a little timer, and I got this picture, which I think is quite sweet, really. It's quite, I know, bless, I know, it's lovely. And they said, oh, it's lovely. Who took the photo? For a laugh, I said it was Lisa Scott-Lee from Steps. I don't know why I chose Lisa Scott-Lee. I'm sat on some steps, maybe it was subconscious, I don't know. Magazine comes out, they printed her in the magazine. She lives in Dubai. And now, whenever she posts to Instagram, this is her saying Steps got to #1 in the charts, she credited me as the photographer. But they're ever so busy. Ever so busy.
Lovely. Any questions, any queries, any concerns? Anything I can help anyone else with? No? Okay, right, I'll fuck off then. But you've been so lovely. Do you know what? I'd like to slag off the Black Country before I go. Anyone in from the Black Country? Which part? Where are you from? Wolverhampton, all right. That's how they talk. If you don't know the Black Country, they talk like that. I got now neck and now future. I love it. Have you travelled from Wolverhampton? I live in London now. I love it. I really find it pleasing to hear the accent. Have you been to the IKEA in Wednesbury?
I have.
You have?
I haven't purchased anything.
Right, why?
Because it's too stressful when it comes to
It is stressful when you get to the checkout, I agree, yeah. Well, it's stressful in that one because it's full of people from the Black Country and they're all madheads. Listen, I was in the kitchen area when I went round, and there was a family walking round, and the dad of the family said this very loudly because I wasn't that nearby and I heard it very clearly. He went, look at that chopping board. I couldn't chop my cock on that. Is that a requirement of a chopping board that I've missed? Bless you. Well, thanks for coming along. This is the thing, I slag off the Black Country loads. It's because I love it, and I've got loads of friends there, I spend a lot of time there. I went on a speed awareness course in the Black Country. Have people been on speed awareness courses? Yes, another bad boys. I thought it was really effective, but my favourite thing about it is this woman at the back who just did not give a shit. She's like my new spirit animal. She's just there like, oh, Rog. And the guy came out and he was proper patronising. He was like, guys, just shout out reasons. Why do we speed? Why do we speed? Why do we speed? And she went, because I'm in a rush. Good, you're in a rush, great. Why do we rush? Because I need a piss. Realised very quickly he did not want to be talking to her. He was trying to get anyone else to chip in. At one point, he forced this quite meek guy at the front to chip in. It was really sweet. He said, you've got two options. Have you got two options? You can go by the speed limit, or you can go to jail. Do you want to go to jail? He hadn't been listening. He just went, yes. Any reasons why it's justifiable to speed, why we might be okay to speed? She went, well, if there's an emergency, if you've got to take someone to hospital. He went, no, that's not a reason, is it? It's not a reason. You've still got to be safe, haven't you? Still got to be safe. If you hit someone on the way to hospital, that's two people going to hospital, isn't it? She went, that's lucky, I'm going that way, give him a lift. That's lovely, that is. Favourite thing she said, I'll leave you on this. It was terrible, it was brilliant. He said at the end of the session, he's like, any other reasons why we speed that we've not covered? Any other reasons? No one chipping in, I wasn't chipping in. In the end, she just went, well, because it's fun. And he went, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun to speed, isn't it? It's fun to speed. Do you know when it's not fun? When you kill a child. Everyone went quiet, and then she just went, depends on the child. Love her. You've been amazing. Wow. Thanks so much. See you again. Ta-ra.